Alright, here we go. Impromptu update. Yes, unexpected, but needs to be done. First off, I'm okay. I'm sorry I vanished for a while. I just hit kind of a rough patch emotionally. You know, logic dictates that time passes for everyone, and I consciously know that age is a factor. I understand the concept of death, but I never really thought about it specifically that there's a time when people who I've loved all my life, who were already old and gray when I was tiny, would begin leaving. Sometimes within a few months of each other. Stupid zombies. Anyway, there's just been, I wouldn't say rapid fire, but within, like I said, a few months of each other, I've lost family who I've known literally my entire life. And I do not like that. I'm getting better, but I've been kind of a funk for a while, but I'm recovering. And then when I started to come out of it, and got a video out recently, but in all the researching and immersing myself in the, the 80s, 90s propaganda stuff, I started realizing that absorbing my brain in this and reading about people affected by it and all that yada yada was bringing me down all over again. More zombies. Bring me down all over again. Yeah. So, yeah, I need to do some side projects. So I looked for something to do. And, what was I? Stupid zombie sidetracking. Where was I? I was talking about the feeling down, and then the doing the review, and then researching more and more of that stuff. But yeah, I need to do some side projects in between the panic reviews. So I've started writing reviews for some of the games I've done playthroughs for. So look for those soon. I'm going to enjoy that. And maybe some do-overs for a couple of the earlier efforts, now that reviewing them has prompted me to go back and watch one after another. Some of the ones where, sound issues that really plagued me could be dealt with now that I marginally know what I'm doing. And maybe a few from what I now call my stupid period, where instead of editing the excess into the next episode, like a sane person would do, I just sped up clips of the game. Yeah, it was annoying, even if I really mostly did it with repetitive or grinding type stuff, but yeah, possible redos for as yet undecided games. Biggest news and elephant in the room, I think, is the channel name. Yeah. I've kind of been aware of this in the back of my head for a while, but finally had to face facts after talking to somebody I met recently. OreWaUsopp is gibberish to anyone except Japanese language speaking people and fans of One Piece. And B, I haven't actually followed One Piece since the time skipped. Changing the actual channel name to Babbleplay isn't really that much of a shift anyway, since it's what I've always called the playthroughs, and it's a heck of a lot easier to bring up in casual conversation. I've mostly been telling people to search for Babbleplay for ages anyway, in face-to-face, because OreWaUsopp means I have to spell it because I get a blank look. I'm sorry to see it go, and I will probably still be referring myself in play and naming characters as Usopp, as Babbleplay was already part of the brand, so that change won't be too much of a shift. But changing self-reference this far in, I'm not seeing it. Unless somebody suggests a really awesome name. But no, I don't know. Let's see, what else? Games. Yes, I got games. I do have games. Hello, games. Video games. I am going to continue Fallout. I'm not backing out. But it's definitely going to be played in between and along with other things. I am loving the game, as my enthusiasm in play shows. But from a channel perspective, people have most likely seen Fallout 3 at this point, if not played it themselves. And the Fallout view count suggests that I need to keep doing other things along the way to maintain interest. It's hovering in the 20 to 30 something views. Anyway, yes. I want people to maintain interest. As for other games, I've got some stuff on my wish list to pick up. I'll grab as I go along, yes. But I've accumulated quite a few things I haven't touched yet anyway. What do I have? I kind of grabbed a lot of cheap stuff and retained little conscious memory of what I grabbed. Phone is loading. Loading phone. Come on. Alright, there we go. Okay, load more. Anyway, yeah, I've got stuff as sales come and go. So, let's see. Adventures of Bertram Fiddle. Again, no, just the name. Okay, The Coma, I recognize that. That one's all spooky. Never Alone. Yeah, I got Franbo, wanted to do a Babbleplay for it, but it would mean breaking... Go away. It would mean breaking a rule I made back in the days when I was doing my Neverplay Babbleplay. Neverhood. Neverplay? The Neverhood Babbleplay, when I said I never was going to do a slidey puzzle tile make a picture game again. Seriously. Hate those with a passion. No slidey tiles. Not a puzzle. They are a test of patience. Even if you knew every single move to make, it would still take enough time to make it a drag. Okay, I'm griping, mind you. I'm sorry. I'll be good. Mind is wandering. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. That game is messed up. Messed up in awesome ways, but whew. Isaac probably has it worse, but Fran may be first runner-up for most screwed-up life situation for a little child ever. And that's not spoiling anything. All the horror that leads her to where she is happens in the intro. Anyway, like I said, no idea what half of these are. They just looked good at the time. Gemini Rue, Master Reboot, Stupid Zombies, Soul Gambler, Decay the Mare. Anyway. Anna's Quest, I know that one. That same maker is Edna and Harvey and the Deponia trilogy, so definitely going to get to that. The Guilt in the Shadow. Dead Realm, that one's multiplayer. If anybody else has that, let me know. I hate these things. Colot. Okay, I got that one. God. So many killer zombies. Alright. Colot. Yeah, I got that one because, you know, A, horror game, and B, I'm a history/strange history nerd, and I really want to make a project out of that one. I'll keep with my normal, unscripted, babbling, freeform thought as I play, but I'm going to have a list of bullet points of the actual recorded history of the events on which the game is based on. Alright. Undertale, gotta try that. I do have it installed, I just haven't gotten around to it. Been in a weird place, I apologize. I'm very much looking forward to it. White Knight, that's horror plus black and white detective noir. Epic Battle Fantasy. Pausing here to clarify, these are not what I have planned to play through. No. I'm listing, like, what I have and seeing if anything gets a reaction. Life is Strange, that looks nice. Tiny, whiny, wibbly-wobbly teen angst and a dark storyline. Citizens of Earth, comedy RPG. That one's probably on the most likely gonna Babbleplay it list. I watched the first few minutes and it looks very me. Got the Bioshocks, which I haven't played, but much like Fallout 3 were huge hits, so yeah, most everybody who's seen them has seen them, or gonna see them has seen them. I need more notes. Yeah, I'm just going to play it for fun, even if I record it. I mean, I usually play for fun, but you all know I have suffered through some things I might not have, if not for you people out there. You know, Simon 3D is a big example, but I'm sure there are less nightmarish ones. Anyway, scrolling down, Book of Unwritten Tales, The Magic Circle, that one looks neat. Plot gets all meta, with the game being all bare bones, unfinished, and the development team bickering and arguing while you play. Face Noir, again, no idea what some of these are. Time, Gentlemen, Please. Dead Space, yeah, that needs no explanation. Detective Grimoire. The Dream Machine. Saturday Morning RPG, that one looks like it might have merit. I have not investigated deeply, but it like homages old 80s tunes. Metal Dead, horror comedy not RPG, adventure game, horror comedy, zombie apocalypse, yada yada yada. Okay, no more of that. That's enough. Turning into a list of games I've bought and 98% of which I haven't touched, and pretty much amounts to me reading a list of game titles. Almost as if I babble or something. Anyway, anything else? Something else? Oh, not really a thing yet, but hopefully it will be. I gave money to a Kickstarter for a game called We Happy Few. That will supposedly be finished sometime in 2016. It's all dark comedy, screwed up utopia that's only utopia because people are drugged out of their brains on happy pills. We'll see about that when it comes out. Yeah, some people they have beta access and are already posting videos, but $30 for the game was too much for me. Early access was too rich for my blood. Oh, I've really enjoyed the recent Old Man Yells at Cloud videos here a while back. And I think there's going to be more scripted material mixed in with the playthroughs here and there. I have several ideas I want to go on, and more scripted material is kind of going to be a thing. Not like daily, of course, but here and there. Whatever I want to yatter about. Like one series I have in mind currently just titled Rogues Gallery, where I take an old action tune like Danny Phantom, Space Ghost, or The Tick or something, and do a rundown of the notable and memorable villains. Or even all of them in a case with a small set cast like, He-Man and the Filmation Gamut. Not Gambit. That's Marvel. Anyway, another idea goes by the questionably, probably not going to go with this title of Chick Flick Inflicted, where I review some of the movies I would not have watched on my own, but the woman I love has subjected me to. I mean, watched with me. Watched with me, yes. I don't use chick to refer to anyone, not even in this case, but chick flick is an established term, and people would know what I was talking about if I used it. But this being the era of professional victims crying offense, I think I'd probably better tweak the name. And like a complete I forgot to mention the game I'm playing now, or at least showing now, The Secret World. I don't have plans to YouTube it, but if people are really curious, I can give it a shot, especially if I got a bunch of my fans together playing it. And I shouldn't call you fans, you are my watchers. I am not necessarily a fan of the people I YouTube, so I'm not going to use that word for my peoples. The people who enjoy watching me. That works. But anyway, if there is marked improvement, if there is marked interest, I will give it a shot. It's an MMO with a horror movie, X-Files, conspiracy theory type setting. Zombies and horrors and things that go bump in the night versus spells and shotgun blasts and flames. It's all puzzly heavy with reference-based stuff and not a mindless slog, so there will be some times when I get a little slowed down. And like I said, if anybody else plays, let me know. I'm still learning the ropes. The zombies I can take out no problem, except the really, really big murder meat zombies that kill me.